So when we speak aloud, we are commanding our reality. We are hearing everything that we say. We are receiving instructions from ourselves. Open to a new experience of love, of forgiveness, of acceptance, recognition, remembrance, and reclamation. I forgive myself for the fall. I forgive myself for the distance between where I am and where I want to be. I forgive myself for the discrepancies between who I am and who I desire to be. I forgive myself for forgetting who I truly am. And I bridge the gap with love. Continue our deep breathing here. We just allow the bridging of that gap with love. You feel any sensations in your body, any movement of energy in your body. Honor that. Notice that. Embrace the movement of the energies in your body. As we continue on our journey, may you repeat after me. I call myself into myself, laying aside all hostility toward, all confusion about, and any judgments of who and what I truly am. Let's do that again. I call myself unto myself, laying aside any hostility toward who I am, any confusion about who I am. I lay aside any judgments of who and what I truly am. Let's just notice how that feels in our bodies. we allow hostility and confusion and judgments of ourselves to fall away. If you have any emotions come up, don't resist those emotions. Allow tears to flow. Allow joy to flow. Allow smiles to come. As we now feel lighter in our bodies, allowing things that do not serve us to fall away. Continue our breathing. And I invite you again to repeat after me. I forgive myself.
I forgive myself
for coming to this earth.
For coming to this earth.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself
for coming here.
For coming here to this earth.
I forgive myself for leaving the safety, the love, and the warmth, the deep knowing, the familiarity, the loving arms of God, Creator Source. I forgive myself for the decision to take on a physical form. Don't forget to breathe. This may bring up powerful emotions for many of us. I forgive myself for the pressure upon entry. I forgive myself for the bloodshed upon entry. I forgive myself the realities of this realm. Continue our breathing here as we move on. That awareness in the center of our chest, let's move that up into the area of our throat. Let's center our awareness to our throat. Let's allow that beautiful warmth, that beautiful glow to move up from our chest into the throat area. And allow that beautiful green color to become an aqua glow, an aqua blue, beautiful glow. The most beautiful ocean you've ever seen. Let's just capture that beautiful blue here in the area of our throat chakra. That area may become warm room for you. That area may become tightened for you. If you're feeling any constriction there, I want you to bring your right hand up to the throat area and just gently rub, gently soothe this area and tell yourself that it's okay. It's here that we express our love offering to ourselves, our love offering to the world. It's here that many of us have been shut down, discouraged from expressing a desire for love. Just breathe it out. Allow your exhales to escape through your mouth now. To encourage, release in the throat area. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Continuing to see that beautiful aqua glow here in the throat area as we begin to relax. Relax the throat. It's safe to express. It's safe to offer your expression of love. It's safe to receive expressions of love. As we imagine, we're going to visualize the number 500, 500, 500. Don't allow ourselves to ask any questions, but allow subconscious minds to receive the instructions. Allow our vibration to rise 500 hertz. We rise into 500 hertz. I invite you to repeat after me. I now accept my divine spark.
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 Fully receiving love.
Fully receiving love.
Into this body.
Into this body.
Fully receiving the love of the divine.
Fully receiving the love
into this body.
of the divine into this body.
I call the love of the divine.
I call the love of the divine.
This body. I forgive this body.
I forgive this body
for having needs. I forgive this body.
I forgive this body
for having needs.
For having needs.
I now grant myself permission to acknowledge.
Permission to acknowledge.
And meet.
And meet.
The needs of this body.
the needs of this body. I give myself permission.
I fully inhabit my body.
I fully inhabit my body.
In recognition that it is now safe to be here,
Recognition that it is now safe.
fully present,
Fully present.
fully aware,
Fully aware.
fully integrated,
Fully integrated.
fully functional,
Fully functional.
fully animated. Continue our breathing in through the nose, out, mouth. Honoring any waves of emotion that come up for you. Honoring any waves of energy that come up for you. Let's take this moment to notice the experience. Good job. I'm going to go a little bit further, allowing that beautiful flow to move up into the third eye. Just a space here, just between your eyebrows. And further, allow yourself to connect to this space. I invite you to gently tap in the area, very, very gently tap the space just between your eyebrows with your finger. Just gently tap here to bring your awareness to this area. Let's focus on this area. The color that we are imagining is a deep indigo blue. Beautiful, deep indigo blue. Allow this deep indigo blue to fill the space here between the eyebrows. Bringing this connection, you can continue to tap. You may gently rub in a circle here. So you imagine this beautiful deep indigo blue. The number that we're going to imagine is 575. Just see the number in your mind, 575. Trust that your subconscious mind knows what to do with this number, 575. I invite you to repeat after me. I am curious about this journey.
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 I recognize familiar clues,
I recognize familiar
signs,
cues,
and symbols
signs and symbols.
I have embedded here for myself.
Here
The sights and sounds here are familiar. I recognize waves of contraction, information about my environment. I recognize waves of contraction, full of information about my environment. I recognize waves of expansion, full of information about myself. I recognize waves of expansion, full of information about myself. I allow the gates of my intuition to open. I allow the gates of my intuition to open.
I allow the gates of my intuition to open.
I recognize these gates. Entry to the love of the divine. Continue our breathing here. Let's just sit with this energy. The energy of intuition. It's the gate to the love of the divine. Gates of safe entry into the love of the divine. Honor any recognition that's coming up for you. Any words that are coming up for you. Good job. We allow this beautiful energy to move one more time. We're going to allow this energy to move into our crown chakra. Let's allow this energy to move into our crown chakra. Beautiful fuchsia color. And we're going to imagine that beautiful fuchsia color, this beautiful pearlescent mixture of pink and purple hues. I'm going to picture this just in the top of our crown. Right on the top of our heads. Crown of our head. You're going to picture the number 700, 700, right here on the crown of our head. This is our last remembrance and reclamation for today. Let's really take it in deeply. I invite you to repeat after me. I remember my desire to be here. I remember my desire to experience myself in new ways. I remember my desire to see myself through the reflection in the eyes of another. Let's say that again. I remember my desire to see myself through the reflection in the eyes of another.
The reflection in the eyes of another.
I remember my desire to mirror myself unto myself.
Unto myself.
I remember my desire
I remember my desire
to mirror myself
to
unto myself.
Unto myself.
I reclaim my connection
I reclaim my connection
to God, Creator, Source.
to God, Creator, Source.
I reclaim the cords of connection to divine love. Fully inspired, fully open, fully activated in love. And so it is. All right, let's continue our deep breathing here. As we notice the feelings in our body. We gently come back into awareness of our body. We may gently wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes. Bring ourselves gently back into the space with each other. Fully here with each other in love. When you're ready, you may open your eyes and re-enter the space. Thank you.
Yes, give thanks. Give thanks, everyone. Thank you again, Pangea, for that beautiful visualization. The numbers you were talking about, we got 432, 500, 575, 700. They were all just magical numbers, everyone. Before we move into our next segment, which is going to be some time for you to integrate, I just want to give you some pointers for my life and how you can rise in love as a leader. I call it my FBI story, a little bit of the story. I'm going to shorten it for the sake of time because I want to give you some time to integrate and us some time to network. However, how did I get to the place that I am right now, reclaiming love, living with my boyfriend after heartbreak. I'm going to break it down for you. The F, feeling. I started out my childhood, my parents broke up when I was 5. And I always wanted love. I searched for love in men and boys. I had so many crushes. And then when I got my first boyfriend, it was like, yes, I finally have love. That's what the feeling, because I was touch deprived, everything. I didn't feel that stuff we just witnessed in the visualization. And then after dating that boyfriend, living with him, I went through a terrible heartbreak. That was not my first heartbreak, but it broke me. It broke me to the core, and I didn't think I could go on, but I had to go on. Right after that heartbreak, I made a serious move. That was the B, the belief that I could restore my heart. I didn't know how, because I had gained weight after the breakup for almost 40 pounds. I had to move out of my place. So much was in a shamble. I like that year, 2008, was like the worst of times and the best of times, y'all. I went through the breakup. I got my massage degree. I started my business. Then it was just, I was recording an album, flew out to LA, just all the grand things, the ups and downs. If anybody know, that's life. But then you have to believe that there's something different. The belief came when I decided to move to Nashville solo. Many of you probably have heard this story, but it was, you can see the rise in love. I started out as a child here, not seeing my parents' love, yearning for love from my mom and my dad, having to learn to forgive my dad after that breakup. I believed there was new. I didn't know what Nashville had for me. Well, there was an inner knowing with my intuition, with my gifts, but I really didn't know that was going to be the start of my self-love journey, me going inward. That's what this is all about for you as a leader, as a healer, as a new earth teacher. Believing in something different, believing there you can do your business in a systematic way, believing you can love in a different way, you can raise your children in a new way. You saw it in that visualization. The old system is dead. The old way of doing things is dead. It's dead. Believe something new. That's what I believed. Even through the lonely nights, once I moved to Nashville, I met people like Pangea. I grew my massage therapy business, and things just started to blossom. It was rise. It was a rise. Those numbers, 432, 500, 700, 575. I was rising, I was rising, I was rising. But it didn't come without heartache, loneliness, all of these feelings. Feeling like I got sued with my business, losses, ups and downs, all the ups and downs, but I still said, I can imagine the I imagined that I could get in a relationship again, and I did. In 2020, I went to this spiritual event with Brother Panic in Nashville, and that's where I met my boyfriend. It was January 2020, right before the pandemic, right before the shutdown. This is how I know it was destined. And this means there is something destined for you this year, next year, 2028, 2029, 2030. No matter what happened before, you heard what happened before to me, and all of you here have a similar story. It don't matter. You rise. Just like Maya Angelou said, we rise. I imagined something better. I met him at that Brother Panic conference lecture. He had driven up from Atlanta, and then I decided to sit next to him. Who knew our friendship would blossom through the pandemic? We dated long distance, all the things. I had to go through even some more stuff, learning to love again, giving up control, giving up my independence. Any of the men and the women, I shall say, all the women independent. That was my anthem. I was like, I moved to Nashville. I'm by myself. I'm running my business. I don't need love. I don't need nobody. I got my money. But love, money, and success go together. Juliana, nod to you for that. Here we are. It's your imagination. What can you imagine? So now it was 2020. 2023 was another heartbreak. I lost it all. I got evicted from my apartment, got evicted from my massage therapy space. Months later, I lost my vehicle. My vehicle got car possessed, y'all, but still I rise. I still believed. I still imagined. And it's going on 3 years ago now that I moved here to Atlanta to be with my boyfriend because I imagined something different. And here I am living as a wife, running these sessions like this, helping multiple students, multiple people all over the world because I imagined something different. And people may say, Elmira, you don't have a ring. It's not about a ring. You heard the John Lennon song, Imagine. It's here in your heart. You got $1 million in your business. You have a new business. You have a husband. You have a wife. You're the next person on the TEDx talk. Imagine. So now I'm going to give you some time to reflect on what we covered today. We'll take maybe about 7 or 8 minutes. I have some journal prompts because we need to integrate this. What's your personal rise in love? This has nothing to do with anybody else. This is you. This is all about you, no one else. So these are our journal prompts here. Where in my life am I ready to allow love to lead more? What softening wants to happen inside me? What do I need to release to rise in love? So I'm going to give you some time to answer those questions. Give me just a second here. I'm going to put on some music for you because you know in all things we need music.